This is an introduction to human evolution.
The story of human evolution began in Africa about 6 million years ago, and it describes the very long process that our ancestors went through to ultimately become modern humans.
Evolution occurs because in order for species and organisms to survive, they need to evolve and adapt to their surrounding environment. By adapting to their surroundings, these organisms have allowed themselves to reproduce, therefore growing their ever-changing species. The father of genetics, Charles Darwin, created a theory known as the theory of evolution. This theory stated that all species develop through inherited variations that are chosen by natural selection. He also believed that evolution was very gradual and happened over an extremely long period of time.
Charles suggested that a process called natural selection helps stronger species to adapt successfully to changing requirements of their habitat.
Individuals or certain groups in a species will differentiate due to natural selection. Those in a species who have adapted to suit their environment are more likely to survive and reproduce, therefore passing on these developed genes to their offspring.
An example of variation in a species due to natural selection is Darwin's finches. The various species of finches he discovered on his trip to the Galapagos Islands helped him develop his theory of natural selection.
Charles Darwin discovered 14 different species of finches that had similarities in calls, colours, eggs and courtship displays, and differences in choice of habitat, body size and the shape of their beak. He believed that all these species developed from one common ancestor due to natural selection. If Darwin's theory is indeed correct, then we all came from one common ancestor, meaning we are from the same descendant as the chimps. Ultimately, there are more differences than similarities between the two species. According to Darwin's theory, chimpanzees and humans descended from the same ancestor. If this is the case, there would need to be an intermediate skeleton discovered that proves this fact. She is named Lucy and is called the halfway house between apes and humans. Both humans and chimps have drastically evolved over time, however, they are in fact still evolving. Human evolution is an ongoing cycle that will never stop. Who knows what we could be in 1,000 years' time? Only time will tell.